Hi everyone, I'm really glad you're here. If you're trying to improve your English, especially your listening and reading skills, you're in the right place. In this series, we'll learn English together through something that's fun, interesting, and meaningful: history from around the world. Each video, I'll share a story from a different country, maybe a famous event, a legend, or something surprising from the past. I'll read it out loud slowly and clearly so you can listen and read at the same time. This will help you understand new words, hear how English sounds in real conversation, and build your confidence step by step. You don't need to study with a big textbook or memorize boring grammar rules. Just relax, listen to the story, and follow along. And don't worry, I'll explain any new words as we go. So, let's enjoy learning English through the amazing stories of our world, one video at a time. Are you ready? Let's begin. England is one of the 4 countries in the United Kingdom, along with Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland. It is the largest and most populated part of the UK, home to about 57 million people. England is known for many things: the royal family, Shakespeare, the English language, tea time, and the green hills of the countryside. Its capital city, London, is one of the most famous cities in the world, full of history, art, and modern life. But England is not just about castles and kings. It is a country that helped shape the modern world through science, literature, trade, and empire. At the same time, it has faced deep struggles, wars, poverty, and questions about identity. In this story, we will explore the journey of England in 3 chapters. First, we'll go back to ancient times, when the land was wild and full of tribes and invaders. Then we'll look at the rise of kings, colonies, and the Industrial Revolution. Finally, we'll visit modern England, a place of tradition, change, and many different voices. Let's begin this journey through the heart of England. Chapter 1: Ancient Times 2: Norman Conquest. Long before there was a country called England, the land was covered with forests and small villages. It was home to Celtic tribes who lived in huts, raised animals, and worshipped nature. Some built large stone structures like Stonehenge, whose meaning still remains a mystery. Then, in 43 CE, the Romans came. They invaded from the south and ruled for nearly 400 years. They built roads, cities, and walls, including the famous Hadrian's Wall in the north. They brought laws, trade, and a new language. The Roman town of Londinium became the beginning of what we now call London. When the Roman Empire grew weak, they left. The land became open to new invaders. First, the Angles, Saxons, and Jutes, Germanic tribes from Europe. They pushed the Celts west and created small kingdoms across the land. Over time, these kingdoms joined together and formed the beginnings of a new country, England, a name that comes from the land of the Angles. Then, in 1066, everything changed again. A powerful leader from France named William the Conqueror crossed the sea with his army. He won the Battle of Hastings and became King of England. He brought a new language, Norman French, new laws, and a new ruling class. The Norman conquest was a major moment in English history. It changed the way people lived, spoke, and governed. From that time on, England would grow into a powerful kingdom, sometimes divided, but always moving forward. Chapter 2: Kings, Colonies, and Industry. For the next few hundred years, England was ruled by kings and queens, some wise, some cruel. The Middle Ages brought castles, knights, and battles. One of the most important changes was the Magna Carta in 1215, a document that limited the king's power and gave rights to nobles. It was the beginning of modern law. Later, in the 1500s, King Henry VIII broke away from the Catholic Church and started the Church of England. He had 6 wives and changed religion in the country forever. His daughter, Queen Elizabeth I, ruled during a golden time of art, theater, and exploration. England's ships sailed to new parts of the world, and its writers like William Shakespeare gave us stories still loved today. By the 1600s and 1700s, England began to build a global empire. It took land in the Americas, Africa, and Asia. The empire brought money, trade, and power. But it also brought slavery, violence, and control over others. The English language and culture spread, but many people around the world suffered under British rule. At the same time, inside England, big changes were happening. The Industrial Revolution began. People moved from farms to cities. Factories were built. Machines replaced handwork. England became the workshop of the world. Trains and steam engines connected towns. Life became faster, but also harder for many workers. Children worked long hours. The air was dirty. Cities grew too quickly. But new ideas about workers' rights, voting, and education began to grow. Slowly, the country moved toward modern democracy. By the 1800s, Queen Victoria ruled an empire that covered almost a quarter of the world. But cracks were starting to show. Other countries rose. Wars broke out. And the people of the empire began to ask for freedom. Chapter 3. Modern England, a changing nation. The 20th century brought deep change and deep pain. England fought in 2 world wars. During World War II, cities like London were bombed. Families hid in shelters. Soldiers died far from home, but the people stood strong. After the war, England helped build peace in Europe and created a health system for all, the NHS National Health Service. After the war, the British Empire began to end. Many former colonies became independent, including India, Jamaica, Kenya, and more. England no longer ruled the world, but it became part of a new idea, the United Kingdom, working with its neighbors and former colonies in new ways. In the late 1900s and early 2000s, England became more diverse. People from India, Pakistan, the Caribbean, Africa, and other parts of the world moved to English cities. Today, England is a multicultural society, full of different languages, foods, and stories. At the same time, England has faced new challenges. Some people feel proud of the past empire. Others want to face its painful truth. In 2016, the UK voted to leave the European Union, a decision called Brexit. It has brought debates about trade, identity, and the future. England today is full of contrasts. Old and new, tradition and change, country villages and busy cities. The royal family still exists, but people also question their role. English music, fashion, and film are loved around the world, from the Beatles to Harry Potter. Young people in England speak with many accents. They use new words, make new art, and ask big questions. They are the future of a country that has changed again and again, but still remains England. England is a land of stories, old and new. From Roman roads to modern trains, from castles and kings to classrooms and concerts, from Shakespeare's plays to TikTok videos, it has shaped the world and been shaped by the world. It is proud, complicated, curious, and full of heart. Thank you for joining us on this journey through England. Keep reading, keep listening, and never stop learning about the world around you.